What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including who won the Tuesday Night War, Tony Khan lashes out, Ronda Rousey retires, a huge match planned for Survivor Series, is Raw leaving Monday nights, Karrion Kross talks WrestleMania 39 plans he had with Bray Wyatt, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new website, Wrestlelamia.com. Now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Now first story looks at who won the Tuesday Night War. Atop of today's news is the ratings report for Tuesday's head-to-head battle between NXT and Dynamite. The WWE loaded up the black and gold brand with several appearances from the main roster stars, including Cody Rhodes, Asuka, and Paul Heyman, as well as legends John Cena and The Undertaker. AEW hyped its show as titled Tuesday, including the recently debuted Adam Copeland battling Luchasaurus. So how did each show do? Well, Ringside News summarized a report from the sports TV ratings saying, the October 10th episode of NXT brought in an overnight viewership of 921,000 with 0.30 in the 18-14 demo. AEW Dynamite brought in 609,000 viewers for their title Tuesday episode that ran on the same night. Dynamite scored a 0.26 in the 18-49 demos, down from 0.28 from the previous week. Unfortunately for AEW, the ratings weren't what Tony Khan wanted, and as we'll see next, the AEW president is apparently not taking the news very well, as Tony Khan lashes out. Tony Khan doesn't seem to be taking Dynamite shellacking in the ratings well, as he's increased his online attacks against Vince McMahon. This led to the inevitable situation of fans taking sides and sadly of Tony Khan stepping into things. A fan defended Vince McMahon and why the WWE is entitled to take cheap shots. The difference is that Vince has the power and influence to take them cheap shots. He's earned the right to make them. Tony Khan is Vince if you order him from Temu. You can shop like a billionaire, but you'll get the cheapest tad doing so. The AEW president tweeted, yes, Vince has allegedly used his power and influence to shoot a lot of shots. This is just the latest instance of Khan criticizing Vince over his 2022 hush money scandal. Tony's tirade extended to Shawn Michaels as well. Apparently Khan wasn't impressed with NXT's Tuesday show. Even before the ratings came out, he tweeted the following after someone posted an AI image of Shawn Michaels holding a Booker of the Year award. Actually, I'm pretty sure that last night blew whatever chance he had at winning that award. While TK knows how to use social media to keep fans updated on the latest happenings of AEW, his tendency to shoot himself in the foot suggests it might be time to step away from social media, at least when responding to criticism about the AEW product. But it got worse for Tony Khan as he made a very questionable tweet. This week, two active decades-long ratings streaks from two great legends were ended. With all due respect, until this week's head-to-head AEW on TBS versus WWE on USA, neither John Cena nor Undertaker had ever been on a WWE show with under 1 million total viewers and under 400k in the demo. What was he thinking with this tweet? Next up, Eric Bischoff says, I think Tony Khan's beyond help. Eric Bischoff is weighing in on Dynamite's performance on the 10th October, and once again Easy is calling out AEW president Tony Khan. Bischoff spoke on his Strictly Business podcast about this, arguing,
I think Tony's beyond help. I don't think Tony Khan is the type of person that wants help. I think Tony Khan, more than anything else, wants to be Paul Heyman or wants to be Vince McMahon. It's a vanity project. He loves wrestling. Okay, I get it. He loves wrestling. He loves it. He loves it with every fiber of his being. Doesn't mean he's good at it. And unless Tony recognizes that he's not good at it, you could bring in anybody you wanted to, and it won't work because he won't listen. Not to the extent that he needs to.
Bischoff went on to explain that what he thinks is necessary for Khan to change the way he does things, an edict from above.
But at some point, there's got to be a network executive that's in charge of oversees the AEW product. It's got to get on the ball. Some of the stuff, like I said, this is a weird storm.
What do you think of Bischoff's take on things? Is he right? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Ronda Rousey retires. It looks like Ronda Rousey is retired from MMA and professional wrestling. At least that's the impression some fans have after someone told Rousey they'd miss her in wrestling, and she replied via Instagram, sorry I couldn't hear you through my retirement. Rousey posted a picture of herself carrying her daughter around what looks to be outside their home. Are you happy that she's retired? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Raw leaving Monday nights. Is Raw leaving its longtime home on Monday nights? Other than nights when the show has been preempted, it's aired on Monday nights. That could change as the USA Network's rights to air Raw expire in September 2024, and the cable network has already acquired the rights to SmackDown. This acquisition has some analysts concluding that USA won't renew its deal for the Red brand. So what does Monday Night have to do with the WWE shopping Raw around? While apparently quite a lot, as TKO Holdings CEO Ari Emanuel is making it clear that the WWE is happy airing Raw on any night, with the obvious exception of Friday nights. Emanuel appeared at the Bloomberg's Screen Time conference commenting on the recent deal that will see SmackDown air on USA Network and why WWE and UFC content's value is different than that of any other sport. 1. We do not have a season. One of the biggest issues that will happen with SMODs and networks is churn. We're 52 weeks a year, right? And we're flexible. You want us Thursday night? You want us Tuesday night? I don't have any of those scheduling issues, and that churn issue, because we're the full year, is so much different than any other sport because then people churn out. That's one of the issues with sports, not in a bad way, and then the package is over and then you leave. We do not have that. Our fans are loyal, they'll stick around and they move. While the WWE Universe has shown its willingness to follow SmackDown around, Raw could be different because it's been on Monday night for so long. At the same time, the WWE has shown an incredible ability to adapt, which means a move from Monday night might not be difficult. The only organization that it might hurt is AEW, as there's been speculation Raw can move to Wednesday nights. Given how Dynamite was pasted by NXT in the ratings this week, it may be bad news for AEW. Next up, a huge match planned for Survivor Series. Will Survivor Series feature a War Games match as it did last year when the legendary WCW match made its first main roster appearance at last year's Survivor Series? While there have been rumors that the popular double cage match will return, more details are coming in on what fans should expect. Fightful Select is reporting Fightful Select has confirmed that as of this week, War Games was being planned for WWE Survivor Series. 2022 saw the first main roster WWE War Games match in Boston, with both men's and women's matches taking place. So far, we've heard that the men's match is on the table, and we haven't heard one way or another. It was heavily implied Judgment Day would be a part of the match, but the details around that are far from confirmed. While there are rumors of the War Games match returning, there have been no rumors of a women's match yet. As fans saw earlier, the WWE dumped its Hell in a Cell PLE to avoid booking Hell in a Cell matches without significant feuds to justify them. As popular as War Games is, the WWE is unlikely to book one without the right players in place to justify it. Last year's women's match was centered around Raw's babyfaces battling Damage Control, but there are currently no significant programs involving women's factions or alliances. Do you want to see War Games at Survivor Series? And if so, what teams would you enjoy watching? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Karrion Kross talks WrestleMania 39 plans he had with Bray Wyatt. While the WWE's booking suggested Bray was going to fight Bobby Lashley after challenging the winner of the Lashley vs Lesnar match at last February's Elimination Chamber, Karrion Kross recently shared an interesting story with Chris Van Vliet about a match he and Bray were working on. Fast forward, we were supposed to work last WrestleMania. Nobody knew that except for a collection of writers and some people in the office. We were slated to do something. We would talk for hours about how we wanted to get into it. We wanted to deliver creatively for people, where we thought we both needed to be. We had ideas for Alexa Bliss, Bo Dallas, Scarlett, and then everything happened the way it did. While Kross and Wyatt may have discussed a program, the WWE ultimately has this final say and may have felt Bray needed a bigger named opponent for Mania. Nevertheless, a Wyatt vs Kross program could have been excellent. During his interview, Kross shared his memories of Bray Wyatt. He left a mark on everybody and anybody he ever met. It was just very strange the way everything played out, beautiful and tragic. He was an inspiration to me. He always showed me warmth. He showed everybody warmth. I have more stories than we have time to share, but we were cool. Next up is The Rock's daughter joining the Bloodline. Is Ava Raine joining the Bloodline? Well, fans began asking this after a video surfaced on the 10th October NXT showing Paul Heyman meeting with Ava backstage. Ava added to the intrigue with the following tweet, "Good chat," tagging in Paul Heyman. For now, fans will have to speculate what the conversation was about and what it means for Ava's current status in the WWE regarding a main roster call-up, an affiliation with the Bloodline, or something else. And finally, Dolph Ziggler's post-WWE plans. And last but not least, what's next for Dolph Ziggler following his WWE release? It's been reported that Ziggler and his brother Ryan are embarking on a comedy tour. There's no word on whether either brother intends to resume wrestling. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.